What's up, everybody? Moth here with Cross Tines Outdoors, and I was asking myself a question the other day. I said, which is better, a 22 air gun or a 22 long rifle? So I did like a lot of people, and I went to YouTube, and what I found was like comparisons using $100 pellet guns versus $300 22 rifles with a $200 scope on it, and that's kind of apples to oranges in my opinion. So I set a price maximum limit of $250 per firearm or per air gun, but I wanted them to be within $25, $30 of each other on the price point. And one of my requirements was both of them had to have a scope. And so what I came up with air gun wise was this Stoeger XM1 22 caliber air gun. Comes with a 4x32 scope on it. It's a PCP air gun, so you do pump it up using a bicycle pump. Price range of around $250 on Amazon. There will be a link to it in the description below. It's a bolt action. Came with 2 Picatinny rails and 1 magazine. We'll be pitting that against the Savage 64 FXLP, and the L in the FXLP stands for left-handed. So it came with this 10-round mag and this Tasco 4x15 scope on it for $220. So keeping in mind that the price point on these guns are pretty much the exact same, we're going to be looking at the accuracy of them and the effectiveness of them. So I have a surprise in store for later on, but for right now we're going to go ahead and try to get this Stoeger XM1 sighted in. So we're going to start off by verifying that we are 20 yards from our target, which we are. You can find a link for this rangefinder in the description below. And we'll go ahead and get it sighted in at 20. So unfortunately with this gun, I will not be able to hunt with it until I get a different scope. I'm hitting about 1.5 inches low still, and I maxed out going height wise. So what I'm going to do is in the top left, I'm going to do a 3-shot group just so you can see how it groups, and then we'll move on to the extended distance part of this gun. So I actually did a 6-shot group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those 3 all hit right there. At 20 yards, I was aiming right there. So that's the issue with it, is that it's about, there's 1 full, that's 1/2 inch, 1, 2. So you get the idea. We're still pretty low. Won't be taking this into the woods just because I'm gonna have to be doing holdovers and stuff like that, and I don't want to. So what we'll do now is we'll back it to 60 yards. I'll take 3 shots at this target here and we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, so I forgot to hit record. I was aiming right here at 40 yards. This 1, 2, 3 shots is my 3-shot grouping at 40. Sorry about that. I didn't really miss out on much, but I'm about to get a new paper on it, and we're going to test out the 22 long rifle. All right, just so we're all caught up to speed. So what I done was I tried to sight in the Stoeger XM1. The gun shot fine, the pellet shot fine, everything was accurate. Unfortunately, I just run out of range on the scope. I would change the scope out for this video, but this is to compare the 2 setups, so I'm not going to. I will change the scope out, get it sighted in, and hunt with it, but unfortunately for this video I'm not going to. So I sighted in best I could for 20 yards, then I bounced back to 40 yards to see what the difference, how much it dropped. To be honest with you, it doubled the distance, it doubled the difference. So to me that's pretty accurate as far as distance wise goes. 40 yards is about all I'm going to be shooting at with that pellet gun anyways. So I'm happy with it. I'm just not happy with the scope. Now I'm about to sight in the 22, the Savage 64 FXLP at 20 yards, bounce back to 40 yards and see how it does. So y'all stay tuned. All right, now that we pretty much got it on, we're going to back up to 40 yards and see how the accuracy carries. So as you can see, the gripping at 40 yards, I mean, it's there, but it's not perfect. I'm going to attribute that to the scope being so little and one zoom setting's all you got, so you can't really zoom in and find it very good. You're just kind of covering a large area with your crosshairs. All right, so now let's move on to the next part of this video where we're going to shoot some ballistics gel and see will it kill, which we all know it will. But we're going to check it anyways, just because, why not? Before we shoot the ballistics gel, if you want to help this channel grow and help me make better content, you can do so by clicking one of my many affiliate links below to Amazon. I'll have the Stoger, the ammunition that we use for the Stoger, the pellets, along with several other things linked in that help make this video possible. As an Amazon affiliate, I do earn from qualifying purchases, which will help me produce better content in the future. There'll be other things listed below that are not Amazon links, such as the Ballistics Rabbit that we use, that's to Ballistic Dummy Lab. That one I have no affiliation with, but it is just an awesome product, so I'm gonna go ahead and link that as well. That being said, let's go ahead and shoot this rabbit. First up is a Stoger XM1. Now we move on to the 22 long rifle. And now, just for fun, we'll go ahead and hit it with the 22 Magnum shot out of a Heritage Rough Rider. And now it's time for the 9mm. And now for the 45 ACP. And now, since everybody loves a 50 cal, we're balling on a budget, so we're gonna have to settle for a 50 caliber muzzleloader instead of a 50 cal BMG, but here it goes.
Whoa. Daddy! That was the whole body. You shot it, the whole body.
Can you shoot a rabbit with the 50 caliber muzzleloader? Yes, but you probably shouldn't. Let's go ahead and crank it up a notch. Shoot it with a 270. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that either. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and sum this video up real quick. Neither gun was, in my opinion, just super ready to be hunted with. The way that they came, the Stoger, you couldn't get it within 3 inches at 40 yards of where you wanted it to be. And then the grouping with the 64 FXLP, the scope on it, by the time you get out to 40 yards, it dances. They both need better optics. So we're going to do this over 5 categories here. The first category is going to be the ease to buy, how easy it is to buy. That one is 100% going to be the XM1. You can literally buy it from Amazon and get it shipped straight to your door, no background check. Whereas with the 64 FXLP, you have to do a background check. You have to find a place that has them, or you have to get it shipped to a local arms dealer. It took me 3 weeks to get mine, whereas the MX1, it took me about a week to get it delivered. Now we're going to move on to which one's more loud, which is obviously going to be the long rifle. It breaks the sound barrier, it's faster. So that category is going to be given to the MX1 as well for a 2-0 lead. Now we're going to move on to the out-of-the-box accuracy, and that's going to go to the 64 FXLP due to the simple fact that I was actually able to hit on target directly out of the box. I just had to sight it in, and I could actually get it sighted in to where I could hit the target. Whereas with the MX1, I'm about 3 inches low. It's still accurate, don't get me wrong. However, it is not sighted in. Now we'll move on to which one I'm most likely to take with me into the woods. That again is going to be the 64 FXLP for the simple fact of it's sighted in. That brings your total to 2 and 2. It's time for the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker is going to be comfort, and this is just me specifically. Each gun had features that I liked and features that I didn't. The bolt on the MX1, you have to get that magazine in there perfect, otherwise it does not action. You'll be kind of bumping it over to your left a little bit, trying to get it lined back up after each shot. Whereas the FXLP is a semi-automatic. There's none of that. I enjoy shooting the FXLP more because of that. But when it come down to if it's a one shot, one deal, that one is going to the MX1. It is a very comfortable gun to shoot. It's a little bit longer. The LOP is longer on it. It just fits to an adult's body better than the 64 FXLP. Both guns are good guns. I would have bought both of them again, even if I would have known it would have turned out exactly how it did. I will say one downfall to the Stoeger was that the more you shot, the less power you had. I'm sure you could tell that as the video went on. By the time we got to the Ballistics Gel, the Stoeger was pretty much on E, and it did not want to penetrate bone. It did crack the bone, but it did not penetrate the bone into the vitals. That being said, I'm going to give this competition to the Savage 64 FXLP. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.